Hello everyone and welcome back to our YouTube video channel. Sorry it's been a while since our last video, but it's taken me a while to get this Linocut done. This is quite big, which was the next thing we wanted to make a video about. Finally finished carving it, finished it yesterday, so what I'm going to do is take you through the process of me inking it up and doing my first print of the edition. So you will be experiencing my experience of seeing it for the first time. This is it, the right way up. It is a fire escape in Tokyo, inspired by a photograph by my friend David Hunt Photography. You can find him on Instagram at Restless Wolves, yes, who kindly let me use his photo for inspiration. So the Linocut is cut the other way around his photo, so that when it comes out it should be the same composition as his photograph. So yeah, I thought I'd also take this opportunity to sort of talk a little bit about the work I do and why I do it. And basically I do all my work directly from photographs, or inspired by photographs. I seem to be constantly inspired by birds, especially corvid birds, and geometric shapes within buildings, and something over the last year or so, a couple of years, that I've been really drawn to is fire escapes on buildings. So I've done 3 fire escape Linocuts so far: Hove, Eastbourne and Bath. Now far away from England, Tokyo, this one's going to be called. I just sort of stumble across photos, and they'll just give me this feeling of I want to recreate that, use that composition to, you know, make a new image that's got a new energy to it, that is heavily inspired by the photograph. A lot of the time it's photographs, it's sites that I've seen out, and I'll take a photo and be like, oh, I just love how that looks. But in this case it was a photo by someone else. So I love fire escapes. I love the crossing over of the stairs and everything like that, and it really lends itself well to the Linocut process. I feel like all the black and white, no tone, kind of like linear element of it. So yeah, I just thought I'd talk a little bit about that, and also yes, more excitingly, I'm now going to ink it up and do my first print. So we've talked a bit about inking before in our videos, but might as well go over it again. This is going to be all black on white paper, oil-based black Printmaking ink, our favourite in the studio here. I'm going to do a nice generous blob, that big. A wide roller would be ideal in this situation, but we only have sort of 10 centimetre wide rollers. Most importantly, it's durathene, so that, you know, it just means more work. There's no harm in using a small roller, but yeah. So I'm now using a nice big inking slab, so that I've got lots of space to get this ink spread out. And do you know what? I'm just going to move my really expensive laptop out of the way. That's brand new. Bear with me. Don't want to get any ink splats on it. So as I've said before in previous videos, you want a nice combination of a generous amount of ink but also not spread out, rolled out so much that you get no blobs at all. So there's still just a few blobs, I'd say. You want to just like keep rolling it out until it's okay for it to have a bit, but basically the smoother it is, the less likely you're going to get bits of ink that fall into the cracks of your lino. And like when you've got really thin lines like what I have here, what you don't want is ink falling in there, but you also want enough ink to get a nice solid colour when you print. So, and you might have also noticed I've been dragging the roller in one direction quite a lot. This is because often if you just go like this, you risk a part of the roller at the top ending up, or like, yeah, the part of the roller not getting ink on it because you're not turning it fully round. So that's something else that over time I've managed to train myself into doing. So, yep, I reckon we're ready to roll, excuse the pun. So this is quite satisfying and exciting watching it get inked up for the first time, I find, because you see it come to life. In case anyone was wondering, it's probably quite obvious, but all these marks all over the lino are where I draw on it. I think that's quite a normal thing that people often do. But yeah, it's brown lino, really nice stuff to cut this. Prefer it to the grey stuff and the vinyl, I've realised. So yeah, let's watch this start coming to life. As you can see, it already is needing more ink, but this is where it's really it's still really good to only do a blob at a time of ink. I said a generous amount before, but I'm realising now maybe that wasn't as generous as it could have been. But let's get a bit more. I think what I'm going to do is let it be a bit blobbier than originally I was saying, you know, don't let there be any blobs like this, but I think in order to really get good coverage, especially on these solid areas, I think actually it's a big, I'm just gonna, I'm realising I'm having to press quite hard as well. Oh, it's looking exciting. I'm seeing this now and I'm thinking, yeah, this is looking how it should, how I had it in mind when I was carving it. But yeah, we shall see. So I've got my registration board at the ready here with a simple one layer print. All you've got to do is, well, all I do is map out where the paper's going to go, map out where the lino's going to go, and then you just pop your lino within the lines, the inner lines of the where the block would go. My hand's one more little wipe. Now lay the paper on, which you do by taking one edge here. It's a bit tricky with something bigger, I'm realising. You just use your hands to guide it towards the lines you've drawn out, and then you just lower it down. Hannah and I use a cutting mat on top of that as a layer between the blanket and the roller. It just really helps helps protect the paper somehow, the Japanese paper. I'm just having to make sure the cutting mat covers the lino block completely, because it's actually like exactly the same size, so I need to make sure it's not going to miss any part of the, because yeah, if any part that the cutting mat isn't covering, the pressure of the roller won't hit it. So hopefully that's all good. Okay, let's give it a go, see how it comes out. Just trying to work out if it's gone all the way. I think it has. Okay, let's just have a look. I have no idea how this is gonna be. Ooh. It needs more ink, but I'm just going to show you it. What way round is it? This way round. Okay, so it needs some work. I've not inked up the bottom area very well. It needs more ink, but you know, it's cool to show you the real process without you know, being like making it look like the most perfect process ever. Like, this is me doing first print of this on my biggest lino cut I've ever done. So I'm now going to get to work on getting some much better prints, but you have experienced the first print with me. Thank you very much. So I've just played with the pressure on the press and altered how I was printing it with regards to the cutting mats. Hannah gave me a really good tip of putting it through twice and putting the cutting mat on two different sections of the lino print. So I'm there now, and you can experience the print looking how it should. Which way around is it? Whoop. So there we go. That is it. I'm very pleased with it. I'll lie it down flat there actually, and then it won't wobble around as much. So yeah, I'm super pleased with it. It's come out exactly how I wanted it to, and yeah, really excited. That's nice and solid black for my liking now. It is a little distressed here, but I quite like it when stuff like that happens, because it adds to the texture, you know, and the sort of shadow on the building and all that kind of thing. So I'm really, really pleased. Thank you very much for watching.